No! Oh. Do you ever have those moments where you're listening to a song and then by accident your fingers might be a little bit wet, right? And then you go and you touch something by accident, you change the song when you're trying to get that song on your playlist and you can't go back because it was randomized. It just happened to me. I can't get the song back. Do I look crazy? Oh, no, that's not a question. Yes, you look crazy, but it's just how crazy do you look? The less crazy, the better. What's up, everybody? My name is Maximus, and welcome back to the channel. As you already know, we are here for a movie review. We are here to talk about The Joke. No! The Joker 2.
It's Joker Folie A Deux.
Joker Folie A Deux.
No! Joker
Yes,
Folie
we are here to talk.
A Deux.
Thank you. We are here to talk about Joker Folie A Deux. Let's just talk about what it was before it was. The idea of this movie when it was brought about like a couple years ago or whatever. And they said that this movie was going to be a musical. Now, I am a sucker for musicals. I like musicals. I like my Frozen. I like my Disney Channel. I like my Disney movies. You know, I like my Bronx Tale. I just like my musicals when it calls for it, you know? And I know what I'm going into. And when I go into a musical, you know, I expect for the songs to be something to move the plot forward, to be these amazing set pieces and stuff like that. Now, in this movie, why does it feel like it reminds me of the episode of Family Guy where Peter and Quagmire just happened to become musicians because they happened to be in a grocery store or something like that, and they like had an accident and they just found out that magically they could sing.
Can you take it up here? Wow, we sound amazing together. And
that occurrence is basically how I feel like all the songs were in the movie. They mentioned that this movie was supposed to be a psychological, you know, film. Like it's supposed to mess with the mind and mess with your mind. Not everything that you see is what it seems and stuff like that. So that's obviously what it means when we get a psychological anything, psychological horror, psychological film. It's just supposed to be whatever you see at face value is not really what it means. There's like some underlying meaning or something like that for the most part when it comes to these things. So with this, I feel like I got it, and with everything that I feel like they were trying to go for when it came to the psychological aspect of things was kind of made pointless because of how the movie ended. And of course, I'll leave that up to y'all to go and either see on another channel about spoilers and stuff like that, but just know that the ending, if y'all did see the ending, let me know what y'all thought about the ending in the comments down below, because oh god, it was interesting. It was very interesting. You know, just let me know if y'all saw it. Let me know if y'all saw it. Tell me what you guys thought about it, because my thoughts are, you know, it's like, you know. Now let's get into the basis of the movie, right? So the movie takes place after the events of the first one, so it's following on. I think some time has happened in between the first movie and this movie, because I believe at the end of the first movie he was in the car, he was doing the little swing around thing, and you know, he's enjoying the love that he's getting from all his supporters and followers for how he feels about certain things, and that's how it ended. But now it starts off where he's in prison, and you know, I guess there's some meaning where they just kept playing this song whenever they were in jail for the most part. The Saints, when the Saints come marching in, or when the Saints go marching in, and they just kept whistling it. Can I do it? So they were doing that constantly. I kind of tried to understand what it meant, but you know, that's what we got Emergency Awesome for. That's what we got all these theorists for, but that's not me. I'm not no deep intellect when it comes to all these things and trying to understand it. So yeah, they had all that, and of course he's just getting prepared for his court hearing in regards to the killings that he's done. And I guess in that, this movie was just very, I don't know why this movie felt like a giant FU to the audience. It really kind of just seemed like, you know, the director, Todd Phillips, really just woke up one morning and said, you know, I've always dreamed of doing a musical. And since my first film already hit $1 billion, I already got my money. So we're gonna do what I wanna do now. And forget the fans, forget who we're servicing, forget the people that make us the money. You know, screw y'all, it's my vision above everything else. You know, and I'm not gonna bash the idea because it was unique, but it was just the form of how it was executed in this film was bad. It was bad. And honestly, it was a musical, but I did not like the music. Like it reminded me of Family Guy. Like,
I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
I just didn't feel like it needed it. For the parts where they tried to, I guess, emphasize how the Joker was feeling in the film, and certain moments, then he'll just break into song. Oh, Harley Quinn loves me. Yes, she does. She loves me. Oh, she loves me. Like, it was just stuff like that. It just felt like, no. You know, granted, I'll give like two numbers that I feel like interested me. And it was the one where he finally had Harley in the courtroom and they were both like together in the courtroom and they wanted to build a mountain after they finished with the court hearings and he got let go and building a mountain. That was nice. Or the other part where the Joker kind of like, it showed his insanity a little bit where he's in the courtroom and he's doing his thing in there. All the other musical numbers just kind of seemed so annoying. Like it was annoying and it wasn't really enjoyable because it's like if I'm having a conversation with you right now and instead of me talking to you, I'm singing it to you. So it didn't feel like a, you know, like an exaggerated feeling. It was just like low register talking but in tune. That's what it felt like. And it's like, oh my God, it happened so much throughout the film. It was like, damn, like, don't y'all think y'all doing a little too much? And it's kind of funny because we got towards the end, to the point where the Joker's like telling Harley, like, stop singing, just talk to me, stop singing, talk. I'm like, yes. So that means you guys know that this is annoying. So that's why I'm like, Todd, Mr. Todd Phillips, Mr. Todd Phillips. Why did it just really felt like a giant FU to the audience? Like, yeah, screw y'all. We know how y'all feel. We know what you want, but it's not gonna be that way. And that's cool. It's totally cool, but I mean, I get the direction. Once again, okay, let me give the pros of this movie. Instead of just talking about the cons, because I feel like that's what everybody's doing right now anyway. Let's talk about the pros. So the pros of this movie, it was directed well. It looked great. It looked really, really good. Like for some of the set pieces and just the overall vibe of the film, it was great. It looked fantastic. All right, acting, fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix did his damn thing. Lady Gaga did her damn thing. I love her. I love Lady Gaga. She did her damn thing. Everybody, I feel like, played their part to the best of their ability. They did it. They did the damn thing. It had me at first. I will say, the movie, when it starts, I was interested. I was invested. I wanted to know how things were going. Like, that's what's gonna set the tone and the pace. So yeah, that was when I was the most interested. Then going on, it kind of it lost traction. It lost its momentum because I didn't believe, look at me, I'm trying to talk about the pros and then somehow we segmented into the cons again. But yes, let me just finish off with the pros. So the pros was great acting, great look at the film, actors did their thing. The idea, once again, I thought the idea was great, but it just wasn't executed to the best of its ability. I feel like they could have went another direction to say what they wanted to say in this movie. Now, in terms of chemistry between Lee and Arthur, I didn't believe it. I did not believe that they had true chemistry. I wasn't buying it. I tried to buy into the love that they had for one another, but I couldn't get into it so much. It seemed very forced. It didn't seem, believable. It just happened so quick. Everybody come on, get up, get happy, get ready for the judgment day. So this was a almost a 2.5 hour movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of almost felt it. And then there's just certain moments, there's character flips that just didn't really make sense. It's like they kind of wanted you to buy into this aspect of Arthur. And it's like, I don't think you were really given much of a reason to buy into it. Like, they didn't really put enough emphasis on it, at least for my first watch. Because when you go to psychological movies, it's like the expectation is to watch the movie like 2-3 times to truly get the understanding of what it is. But honestly, I don't want to watch it again. I don't want to watch the movie again. No. I don't know if they're trying to say that this movie is canon to The Dark Knight, but I guess there isn't really any explanation. But apparently there's been all these different interviews with the director of this film in regards to explaining what these films were initially and what we as an audience, I guess, were expecting from it, but we didn't get. And this was just his interpretation of the inspiration of the Joker, if you can understand what that means. This is just my thing. Everybody knows the Joker. Everybody likes the Joker, right? So I feel like you kind of gotta give people, you can't hide it and then get upset at people if they don't like it. You know, because for the most part, when you're making a movie like this that's coming from source material, comic books, and people bought these comics and they love these characters based off of what they read and what they've already seen, and they've emphasized how much they love certain characters or certain portrayals of the character here and there, and then you go and you want to do your own thing, but then you want to be very subtle about it and not really say, oh yeah, this is another interpretation of the Joker, but instead you do your own thing with the character to try to give it its own spin. You can't be mad at people for not liking what you put out, especially if you're being very subtle about the movie that you're trying to give to audiences, when you're trying to go and make this big statement when it comes to the character, if that makes sense. Overall, listen, this movie, I was interested, but I was not satisfied. I feel as though I was annoyed with the singing, and the biggest shock factor for me was the end. Everything else was just kind of uninteresting, didn't really make sense with these character flips, and I was just disappointed by the end when the credits rolled. I was like, are you serious? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. It really just seemed like a giant, yeah, we got what we wanted. I already got my money. I got my paycheck. Here's the movie. Y'all. My rating for this movie, oof. I'm gonna have to give this movie damn. 4. A 4. I'm giving this movie a 4 because it was just so annoying. I really wouldn't be able to sit through and watch this movie again if I had to go and listen to all the songs. They really just were not doing it for me. They weren't doing it. It's like they're trying to once again do that trope where you're making the villain try to turn into the good guy. And it's like, you know, people know, listen, it's just, I get the director's side, I get the audience's side, I get both ends. Because the directors are trying to say that, listen, you're not supposed to praise this guy, this is a bad guy. He's not supposed to, and then people are like, but that's the Joker, that's the villain. We came to see the bad guy. We want to see what the bad guy does and all the crazy stuff. People want that shock factor, you know? But and by they, I mean the director's side and the production team kind of seems more like, no, we want to bash him for what it is that he's been doing and stuff like that but it's like, but we understand, like, I'm pretty sure you can trust the audience to know what right from wrong is, because people are still gonna do good and bad no matter what, you know? That's just how life is. But when it comes to the movie, it's just, when it comes to characters, you kind of want to stay true to the source, you know? And they just went in their own direction, which honestly I feel like would have been better received if they did it a little bit differently. But yeah, that's my take on Joker Folie A Deux. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below, and please let me know if y'all saw that ending. I really need to know if y'all saw that ending. Once again, thank y'all so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Guys, we are on our way to 500 subscribers. We are getting there slowly but surely, but every little bit of support helps, and I appreciate y'all and love y'all so much. Thank you. And until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.